What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of BKNY Hoops. If you are new to the channel, I'm your host as always, Rasheed White. All right, let's get into it. You guys actually see the title, you see the thumbnail. LaMelo Ball is more than likely a landing spot for the Brooklyn Nets. And this may be Sean Marks' only play here. You guys let me know in the comment section whether that's actually a good thing or a bad thing. This article actually comes out of Bleacher Report, and I think Bleacher Report is always trying to well, let me not be so negative or anything like that, man. So let's get into this article, and hold on, here we go, right here. Let's see. It says Nets name landing spot for Hornets LaMelo Ball. All right, so it says the Brooklyn Nets are in need of a true point guard to help lead their team over the next few years. And it says the Nets could be looking for a rising star who can quarterback the attack. Ball would certainly qualify to become available, as Charlotte is weary of his ongoing availability and its own lack of success. So basically, the Charlotte Hornets don't pretty much want him, right? They're looking into the draft, so if they can actually get a Dylan Harper, they will definitely want to move on from LaMelo Ball right there, man. So if they don't want him, why the hell should we actually take him as Brooklyn Nets fans, right? Yeah, I mean, I guess, for headlines, it would definitely help. But as far as impact on winning, we haven't really seen him actually do that. And one of the reasons is because his availability issues, right? Constantly injured, not good, and you just don't know whether you can at least get 60-something games out of him every single season. It says the Hornets have not been to the playoffs since they drafted Ball with the number 3 overall pick in the 2020 draft. That isn't an indictment on Ball, who's averaging over 26 points per game this season, but the organization has been unable to find the right players and coaches to surround him. Ball could be looking for a change of scenery. The Hornets find a new player worth building around in the draft, and the Nets make sense as a landing spot. Not only do the Nets have the cap space to absorb such a large contract that will pay him an average of $40 million over 5 years. So that's the problem right there. So do you actually think that LaMelo Ball is actually worth the $40 million a year for 5 years right there, man? It says perhaps Ball will force his way out, and if he does, the Nets should inquire about his availability. So that all depends on how the Charlotte Hornets actually sees him, right? They may want a lot of compensation for him. And you look at his injury history right here. It's a fractured right wrist, sprained left ankle, fractured right ankle's strain, right ankle injury, rehab, and he's still, I think, hurt. I mean, is he playing right now? I just saw something where his injury status for today's game was in question. So you just don't know with LaMelo Ball, and then you're gonna pay this guy $40 million a year. And you just look at over here, you look at his actual size, 6'7". That's one thing I do like about him. He is 6'7", right? The average height in the NBA is 6'6", so that's a check mark right there. This is what I don't like, 180 something pounds, right? That's small, right? Compared to you figure a guy, and you figure even with 6'7", and he can if he can get up to 210 pounds, 215 something pounds. I mean, he could be able to post up smaller guards, right? He could be able to get to the rim much easier. He doesn't have to really rely on explosiveness, right? He can, just it puts less let's say oxidative stress on his ankles. But at 180 pounds, man, I mean, his 3-ball has to be going almost every single night in order for him to actually get to the rim. Right, he's not gonna be able to dunk on centers you look at Donovan Mitchell. Like I said, 180 pounds. I mean, you figure at this point, 25 years in, I mean, he should be able to get to at least 205, 210 pounds. So, and then you look at his stats over here, 26 points a game. But what's his efficiency though? Let me see. Do they actually show this over here? And he's shooting this season. Oh, this is the last 5 games. Hold on. Here we go, right here. So field goal 41%, not the best in the world. I mean, he does have a lot of holes in his game. So this season he's averaging 26 points a game. Right, that's probably his best. I mean, he could potentially get better, and who knows, right? Maybe. I mean, we've seen this in a lot of players. You look at look at Zach LaVine right now, and what he's actually doing in Sacramento. I mean, maybe he doesn't want to actually be in Charlotte, right? But who says he actually wants to come to Brooklyn? Now, they're actually just saying that it's a landing spot. They haven't said definitively that he actually wants to come to the Nets. But, like, you know, most of these guys, I don't know, New York, like Brooklyn, especially like the Brooklyn Nets, I mean, it's like you living in Charlotte, at least you have like a house you can actually live in. Like you have more like space. You live in Brooklyn. I mean, you have to live in an apartment pretty much. The actual practice facility is like, you know, I mean, if you wanted to live in like, let's say Westchester County in New York City, I mean, it's a pain in the ass. It's just to get to the actual Brooklyn Nets practice facility. If you look at the Knicks, they up there in Tarrytown right there, so you can actually have, you know, like the quality of life is actually much better. Like if you were with the Knicks, and I'm not just saying that just to root for the New York Knicks, but just like, you know, you rather live up in Westchester County than to live in New York City. So, all right. So I will wrap this video up. I mean, let me know what you guys actually think. Should the Brooklyn Nets actually get LaMelo Ball if they can? I don't know what it would take to actually get him. Do they have to surrender? I don't know if they really have. Maybe the draft picks. I don't know. The Nets don't really have anything, man. They don't really have like a star. I mean, they don't have anybody like that's averaging like 26 something points a game. It's going to be tough, man. You know, Brooklyn Nets actually have a long ways to go. All right, so definitely like, comment, subscribe, certainly share the video, and when you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace.